Hello, Gareth here, and sorry about the headphones, but it's the only way I can get good sound. So this week I've been painting these rocks. So this is a place near where I live called Saiki, and they have these two rocks and there's a rope between them. I think it's called Shimenawa in Japanese, but don't trust me. But anyway, it's a very beautiful place, and I've spent the whole week trying to paint these rocks, and I'm going to show you basically what I've done. So this was my first sketch, watercolor sketch, yeah, and I'm quite happy with it. And then I tried to do a different sky, and I think it's quite nice, but I don't think this one worked, to be honest, and I'll be throwing that away. And then I had another go with a different sky, and I don't think this one worked either. I like the sky, but I think the rocks, they don't look right. I think I haven't quite conveyed this bit here. This is like a tree or a bush on top of the rock, and because it's got no gaps in it, it doesn't look like that, and so it ends up looking like a really weird kind of rock. So then I got a little better. I think this one is starting to look good, and I think that's one that I will keep. I'm really quite happy with that one. And then I did this one. So I'm just playing around with different skies, and I'm happy with that. And you can see with the trees on top, they've got little gaps in them, and so they work, or at least they work better. And then I love the sky on this painting. I really like that sky. It's got such a beautiful contrast of light and dark, so I'm very happy about that one. And then here's another one, and I'm quite happy with that one. And this was taken from another image of a field of cosmos flowers, so I might as well just show you that. And that's what it looked like. Maybe about 2 years ago I went to a place maybe called Nakatsu, and they had this big flower display. It's very popular. Flower displays are very popular in Japan, and they had all these cosmos flowers, and although it was a really beautiful bright day, in the photograph the ground looked dark. If you look at it with your eyes, it probably wasn't this dark, but I copied the photograph because I liked it. I don't know, maybe it's a bit creepy, but I just find it very interesting. As you can see, I added a lot of red, so sometimes with my colors I exaggerate things, but I like to do that, and I'm quite happy with this painting. But anyway, back to the main thing. I'm really happy with this one because at first this didn't look good, but then I got some titanium white paint, some opaque paint, and did a bit more work on it, and I think it came out really well, and that might be my favorite painting. And my final one is this one, and I just really like this cloud. It's so cute, and this is the painting that you're going to see me do in this video. So it's a time-lapse video with commentary by myself and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find it inspiring. So here we go. I've got my mop brush, and I'm using yellow ochre, pure yellow ochre. Now I'm using brilliant orange. I've almost run out of that. And now I'm using something like turquoise blue. just basically a light blue. And I'm doing the whole thing, the sky and the sea. Now I'm mixing up a darker mix. This is maybe phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, and some kind of brown like yellow ochre or burnt sienna. And some of my clouds are a purple colour and some are a bit more of a bluer colour. And I'm also doing the sea as well, and getting the reflection of the cloud shadows in the sea. And I went a bit darker there. And now I'm using some tissue and just wiping out some highlights. So now I'm doing a few little waves or ripples with my bamboo brush and a dark mix. Timing is very important for that. And now I'm creating a bluish mix, and I'm doing the islands in the distance. So it's looking pretty good. And also I fade the underside of those mountains because I don't want a hard line there. Now I'm using my pointed oval brush, which I love. It's also called a cat's tongue brush, and I'm doing the rocks with pure burnt sienna. So these are just simple angular shapes, and the important thing is to avoid repetition because it doesn't look natural, and just try to keep it as simple as possible. And sometimes I spray it to keep it wet because you don't want it to dry out while you're painting. Okay, it has dried, and now I'm using burnt sienna again for a highlighted part of the rock, and those are little trees on top of the rock. And now I'm going dark with something like phthalo blue, alizarin crimson and burnt sienna, something like that. And I'm doing the shadows, and it's just blocks of dark paint and just a few thin lines. That's basically what it is. And I do it all fairly quickly. And then just a few trees, and then this is the shimenawa, I think it's called, the rope that joins the two rocks together. And now I'm doing the reflections. The reflections are a bit blue, but I don't mind that. I like it to be a bit different, not completely natural. And finally I'm making a really dark mix using something like burnt umber, phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. It could be just pure burnt umber, and I'm just adding some darks within the darks. And there I added a bit of burnt sienna to the top of that highlighted rock and just let it run down. And now with my nail I'm scraping out a few highlighted rocks. And there you go, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's inspired you.